All right, so let's say, so one of the biggest things that people do is they make the mistake of not having a really solid piece of content. So this is what I'm going to talk about here is not going to apply to everybody, but if you follow it, this marketing strategy, this is pretty much all I do now. If you're looking for more leads, who isn't? Everyone's looking for more leads for their business. This absolutely works. Now, one caveat to that. If you're in some sort of high competition business, number one, most of you are going to be screwed. But number two, you have to find a way to differentiate yourself. So what I'm going to talk about today, you're going to put more work into it if you're in a niche like the fitness niche or the online make money niche or any niche. But a lot of you are not in that. A lot of you have maybe you have an invention. Maybe you have a service, all right, that somebody else is doing. So a prime example for that, there's a lot of examples. I had a client that invented something that was for hunting. And actually, when you hunt and when you turkey hunt or you duck hunt or any number of birds, what you got to do immediately, and this might be graphic, but it's just the truth, is you got a gut. You have to get the guts out of that bird, all right, before you actually are able to, so it doesn't spoil right away. Then you take it home, then you defeather it and you do your stuff. But you want to keep hunting, you want to get the guts out so it doesn't spoil. And so I worked on that, and they did what pretty much everybody else was doing. And this applies to everybody. If you got a physical product or even a service, is they didn't really know how to market it. So they had their website. They paid a lot of money for their website. And they were trying to go out and pay different advertising companies to put some ads out. But it was just a waste of money. So basically all I did, and this will directly apply, what you want to do is you want to create a good quality piece of video content. So if you have something, what you want to do is you want to do exactly what I'm doing here. I talked about in the last video. You want to be real. So you want to take either your product or you take your service, and you want to get on camera and you want to talk about something that is going to relate to the audience you're trying to reach. Your target audience is what you always hear. And how you do that is very simple. So basically with these clients is they had this gutter basically. So it gut the birds right on the spot. You took it, you actually, anybody that hunts, you inserted it and it would actually pull the guts out so that their birds would not spoil. And then what would happen is the birds would last, they could hunt for a few more hours and then go home and then clean their birds. So basically all we did was we took and we put ourselves in a hunting situation. We shot a simple 5-minute video, basically, walking the hunters through, say, basically hitting all the points that they struggle with. So what happens if you just shoot a turkey? Immediately, you have to stop hunting because the bird's going to spoil. And how do you correct this? Well, you correct this, everybody knows you got to get the guts out of the bird. And so then we went through that, the typical explanation. Now, I'm not doing it any justice here. Like it was better, but it wasn't corporate. We were in the hunting setting, speaking to hunters, and we took them through the process, and we created about a 10-minute video and showed the actual physical product working, and then basically we showed how they could get it. Now, a lot of you out there are not doing that. So maybe you have your piece of video content, but it's not, you've bought into this idea that you got to sort of skate around the topic. So basically, which is a lot of what you have to do in the fitness niche nowadays, because everybody's in the fitness niche, everybody's in the online make money niche, so it's a lot more skittish crowd. So you have to talk, you have to present tips in a lot different way, but a lot of you are in a very tight niche. It's a smaller niche. So if you have a great product or a great service, a lot of you would do good just to make a simple video like I just described. Then you're going to take it and upload it on YouTube, all right? And then all you're going to do with that piece of video content, all right, is go and now it's on YouTube, so you can run some YouTube ads. But even better yet, you can take that. You can also take the video and you can upload it to Facebook. And now you have a Facebook video as well. And now you can go and you can target your market, all right, through that with that simple piece of video content that you have. So I see a lot of you wondering how to get leads, but one of the easiest ways to start is just to make a piece of video content for that specific product that you actually have that addresses all the issues, or at least the main issues that your target market is facing, all right? Present the product or the service, get the video uploaded once it's done, and I'm talking maybe like a 10, 20-minute video, get it uploaded once it's done on YouTube, on Facebook. Those are going to be your two primary categories. Put the video on your website, all right, with a spot that people can actually either, one, leave their contact info if you're in a service business, or if you need to call these people back, which we've done in other businesses, or just leave the order link there below it. And a lot of you are making it too complicated. That's what you got to do. And then basically what you're going to do is all the rest is going to be about distributing that video, which comes down to advertising. So let's say you're in Facebook. Let's go back to the hunting example. Well, who are we going to target that video to on Facebook? Not just hunters. We are going to target it to turkey hunters and other bird hunters out there. Avid sportsmen, basically, is who we're going to target it to, and we're going to see the response we get. Now, for this one in particular, what happened was we targeted, got some sales off of that product, but we found, through the marketing, we found, just like I explained in the last video, which I'll put the link here, or one of the last videos, I'll put the link here. What we found was I went broad with it, and we brought it into narrow, and we found a niche that actually would sell for. And then we got into everything like selling not just one, but multiple packages at once. And the same thing with YouTube. And we talked about how to make the great video in the last one. So all my methodology now with the products that I deal in, I don't care if you have a $10,000 product. I don't care if you have a $100 product, okay? The easiest place to begin your marketing strategy is with a solid piece of video content that actually describes, demonstrates what it is you do while providing the helpful information for it. So it's just all about the example of the hunting example. Applies to every industry. Some of you are real estate agents and you don't have a piece of solid video content that describes your process of actually helping home sellers. You don't actually take them through the process of how you actually list their home and what they're concerned about, how you're going to protect their home, and you don't actually take them inside a home while you're doing it. You don't. You just rely on cold contacts and prospecting and stuff that has you burned out. So for many industries, especially industries that they're not hugely competitive, this will work right away for many of you that already have products. For very competitive niches, all right, you got to put more time into it, but the same concept actually applies. I got my start in the fitness niche. I do the same stuff, and it works, guys. So this is my general methodology when I start my marketing. It all revolves around a solid piece of video content. Maybe I'll make a few of them and test them. I'll drop it on YouTube. I'll drop it on Facebook. Why do we do that? Because those are simply the platforms with the greatest amount of audience these days. It could change in the future, but nowadays, those are it. And then you can span that video out to every other place. You put it on your website, people come back and watch it. And then simply you work on your advertising with that, which I've discussed briefly in the past, but we'll get more detail about that in the future. So if you found the video useful, simply like it below. Ask me any questions. You can check out my website, JasonClemensMedia.com. If you have any questions, there's a lot of other content there. Freaking share the video if you know somebody it might benefit. Like it, ask questions, but more importantly, just use it. Because this is the methodology that actually is working right now, and a lot of you are not doing it. And it's so simple. You just got to get on your camera, you got to talk, and be real, guys. So until next time, have yourselves a great day.